Pete Davidson has a new show with Lorne Michaels. It's going to be all about his kind of like a hyper reality of himself. What do you think about that?
I think he's a very interesting self, as selves go.
I made a poor choice last week.
This is my boy, Kevin. You have any questions?
That is me. I'm looking forward to it. I've always enjoyed everything Pete's done. He's done a fantastic job of being very honest about himself on SNL, and I think that's why people have been really connected to him.
I mean, really?
You want to go back and co-host?
No, I'm too old.
Come on.
No. I feel like when I went back there to host, I felt like an athlete who lost like 10 miles off his fastball. I mean, I'm so impressed with everybody who's still doing it. It was the best, but it was a young man's game. Once you hit my age, once you have kids, I'm not cut out for it anymore.
Seth is actually leaning hard into dad life. He just wrote his first kids book, out now, entitled, I'm Not Scared, You're Scared.
I mean, when you're a dad and you have young children, you read a lot of children's books.
A lot of books.
That what inspired you?
It's amazing how many of them are the same ones you read when you were a kid.
Yes.
Which speaks to the fact that it's a kind of writing where if you get it right, it's going to stick around for a long time.
So you were financially motivated because it would stick around forever. I mean, your kids would.
Look, everything I do with my children is financially motivated. And I tell them that before bed every night.
What was the inspiration behind the book?
I just think you have kids and you start thinking about the idea of fear a lot more, both your own and theirs. And so I wanted to write a book that was both an adventure story that kids would be engaged in with characters that they'd like to hear about, but also maybe start a conversation between parents and their kids about why it's okay to be afraid of things. I was dropping my son off at school today and was talking to another parent and turned around and my son was gone. And the teacher said, no, he went in. He was just bored waiting for you. Didn't want to say goodbye, so he went in. And yet at the same time, I was standing there saying, you are sure he went in? And they were like, yes.
Verified.
Because that's the kind of fear you have. Yeah, you just are scared all the time.
This is Bear. He's scared of everything.
Which one of your celebrity guests or friends would be your bear?
John Goodman. I mean, if this is the voice of the bear, it's John Goodman. Just like everything about it. Voice, good bear voice.
Yeah.
As far as my most fraidy cat friend, I mean, it's probably me or Sandberg. We're the fraidy cat.
Sandberg, really?
Yeah, huge fraidy cat.
1, 2, 3, surprise!
How's your youngest?
She's great. I mean, she's just, it's like she knows we have two older sons and she's given us a break before she starts being a nightmare, but she has just been the most wonderful little nugget. I'm in charge of the boys a little bit more than I was. And sometimes I'll walk by this little girl and we'll look at each other like, we should do something one of these days. We should get a coffee. I would love to hear what you're about.